if you're a company where coders are pushing insecure code live, that's not the coder's problem. That's your business problem. It's not like you fire the coder because they're writing SQL injection. No, it's the C-levels who sign off on risk who get penalized for this. So it's as soon as I see a developer checking in SQL injection that goes live, that's the CTO and the CISO's fault, 100%. And that's a harsh thing to say, but we need to take responsibility at the higher level to get this stuff done right.
Well, that you couldn't have mentioned that at a better time, because the next question that I had for you was, you've talked about training developers, but I know that you actually offer courses on training for, I'll call it security managers or a software engineer or whatever. How does the education and how does the tool set that a manager, someone who's responsible, a CISO, someone who's an application security lead, whatever it might be, how is their training and the tools that they're going to use out of that tool set a little bit different?
Well, first of all, John, the reason I teach is I just love to talk. I love the melodious sound of my own voice
I share that same fault. This podcast may never end.
Exactly.
Just to let you know.
Managers, they never let me talk. Managers never let me talk. Like, I'll say like 2 sentences, then like 20 managers debate those 2 sentences. Then I'll say like a paragraph, then 20 managers debate my paragraph. So the thing that I learned about teaching managers is they just love to talk. And if I interrupt them, they get really mad. I remember one class, I swear, this pack of lawyers from a big software company hired me to discuss legal issues in contracts and application security. This is my favorite engagement. It was a 4-hour management talk. They made me wear a suit. I charge them double for that. So big money for 4-hour talk. I show up and I talk a little bit, and they start talking for 2 hours. And every few minutes, are you okay, Jim? I'm like, no, it's an important conversation. I'm getting nodding. So I literally set up there like a talking head, said a few things, had a few movements of the conversation, listened to them talk for 3.5 hours, got a few words in. They were like, that was the best advisory ever. And I walked out, and I billed them a lot, and I'm like, I was like, you guys are nuts. Anyways.
so just, we probably have 60 major law firms as clients. So I spent a lot of time. So yeah, I've been in those meetings where you start to debate, just how you're going to define a particular data classification. And 4 hours later, 23 lawyers are, they're off, doing research before you can get the policy written.
But honestly, the thing I want to do is in a manager class is get the managers talking, seriously. Mm-hmm. So I will set up like labs to get them debating how to handle these things. And I usually teach to software development managers. Mm-hmm. I teach them secure SDLC and just walk through what an ideal secure process would look like, mm-hmm. so they can critique their own processes along the way. So, and that usually is very effective, right? And I like to do some demos. Managers love demos. So I show mm-hmm. them talking about SQL injection. Technically, I'll lose a lot of the audience. If I carefully demonstrate stealing or other attacks with SQL injection and show them that in a good way, they get excited. I'll even like set up labs where I'll hack with the managers just a little bit, and they'll they feel real empowered and excited. So a little bit of demonstration for those who are new at this, and then a discussion, less of the technical issues and more of the secure SDLC, so we can debate their own process decisions. And I'll usually end up with one small technical topic, just so we can go deep on one thing that's relevant to the audience. And I'm usually out. And the SDLC talk, when I give it to developers, it's usually a 1-hour talk, and they rarely ask questions. Developers don't care about process. I give that same talk to a manager, same exact 1-hour talk, and it always stretches out for like 4 hours, which is more than enough for managers. That's the other thing. I don't want to do like a multi-day training for managers. They got work to do. So I try to make it brief, to the point, no BS, demo, SDLC, one technical deep dive, and then make myself available for further questions. And they're usually very happy with that kind of manager class for AppSec.